Hello and welcome to the latest Rob and Blakey Commentary Box podcast. We are loud and clear on Welsh football. I'm the former BBC Wales football correspondent, Rob Phillips, and alongside me as ever, former Premier League and Wales international, Nathan Blake.
Howdy doodly.
Whatever that means. We're coming to you from the University of South Wales Atrium. We're brought to you with the valued support of the journalism and media courses. Don't forget to tell everybody we're available on all social media outlets, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, Threads. Watch us on YouTube and get us wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify. And please like and subscribe. We really do value that. Right, Cardiff City. We've got loads to get through, so we'll get straight to it. Cardiff City earned their 15th promotion in their history with a 3-1 win at Reading on Saturday. 3 games to spare. Brian Barry Murphy has achieved an immediate bounce back to the championship with the highest percentage win ratio of any Cardiff manager in the club's history. Now, within a few minutes of that happening on the pitch at Reading, a former Cardiff player who I was recognised from many years ago came across to me and said, "Why aren't you getting me on your podcast?" And I said, "We might be able to sort that. And what my word is my bond." And so welcome, Cardiff City, former Cardiff City goalkeeper, and now part of the Bluebirds coaching team as goalkeeping coach, Gavin Ward.
Good afternoon, Rob. Nathan, how are we?
Good, thanks. Don't forget that we chat like regularly.
Yeah, but it was my instigation.
It's the man here to my left who's pulled it all together. We just bow to his superiority, right?
And of course, those who know Gavin will also know, those are the good memory. We'll remember he played for Wrexham as well. We'll get on to that later. But Gav, how was it for you on Saturday? Because everybody knows the story now. Cardiff had to win, but they were relying on Exeter taking points off Stockport in the West Country. And my word, what a dramatic ending. Cardiff were 3-1 up. And then we hear that Exeter have equalised against Stockport. And not just that, the Exeter goalkeeper went forward to equalise. So tell me what it was like for you on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, the whole afternoon was special, as it turned out, Rob. Anyway, the players did exactly what the players do week in, week out, which they've done. And Brian demands that and always has demanded off them. He's got a special way about doing that, And yeah, things went well for us. Obviously, they got the goal, but we were never in any sort of doubt I thought anyway, looking at how the game was going to pan out. And winning.
It was a roller coaster though, guys. Knowing that you could get promoted and you are, and then you're not, then you know what I mean? It's like that sort of roller coaster. Was the emotion to you guys on the bench, was it major, or was it like we're just focusing on what we do?
Yeah, no, I mean, Brian, we just focus on what we do, and he was just he's relentless in telling the players and the staff, and yeah, we're conditioned to that. Doesn't matter what anybody, and it's the old adage now, so you know that. Listen, take care of what can take care of you. So, but I can honestly say that is the case with Brian and the rest of the staff at Cardiff and the players. No, we do what we do. Don't worry about the flaws. We do what we do. So I was calm because I could see the way the game was panning out, and obviously we were playing well and scoring the goals. And the fact is, listen, if Stockport would have won, okay, they've got to win every game. We've got to lose every game, period.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and then even if that were to happen, the goal swing would have been
too crazy.
Yeah, Jason Perry summed it up alongside me. He said, if Stockport had won at Exeter, you just wouldn't have been able to put the P next to Cardiff on the table. But as far as everybody else was concerned,
saying it for weeks.
They were up. Yeah, we have been saying
it for weeks.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, I'm saying it. They're not going to collapse.
No.
Right? You might have a little dodgy spell.
A blip.
But that dodgy spell is not going to last more than 2 games.
No.
Because of the way they play.
Exactly.
Right? And towards the end of the season, and a couple of results didn't go there, and few of the fans started getting a bit hierarchy. Change everything, they stopped it. No. Why would you change what you've seen? Some of the best football you've seen in 15, 20 years.
Yeah. I got to say, and not just because you two are here, we've been saying it. I've been saying it for a long time. This season, I've watched 8 promotions of Cardiff. The first one under Frank Burrows in 87, 88.
There was the one before that.
No, 82, 83, no.
I was thinking to 19, 10, 11. Sorry, mate.
Hey, 1910. I haven't seen all 15 of them, but I've seen 8.
Yeah.
And Frank Burrows is one that stands out for me because they were a really good side, and they were good to watch. And I still see those players, Jimmy Killigan or whatever. But for the fans, I think this has been the most enjoyable since the one you two were in under Eddie May in 92-3. It's just been, that one is still seen as one of the best promotions that fans have enjoyed. Now, you're in goals for that, Gav. Compare the two.
Well, you're right what you're saying, Rob. I mean, Nathan, back me up on this. You get a feeling. We get that special feeling that everything's clicking, you know? And that certainly was that case then when we were with Eddie.
Yeah,
It was just, yeah, we had such a great bunch of lads. And it's special times. They are special times, and you remember these times. You know? I can't remember yesterday, but I can certainly remember those times. But
I can remember Corfu
oh God,
lining up 10 tequilas.
yeah, it was on the wall.
I'm blind.
Oh, correct. But
Children, we don't condone this sort of behavior.
Yeah.
But that's the feeling I've had this year, and obviously myself and Nate speak regularly, and I can honestly say that I have thoroughly enjoyed this season. Obviously, I've been privileged enough to be in the game as a player and as a coach for the last 15 years, and I've enjoyed my time, you know, coaching different players, different goalkeepers, and then being involved a lot with different managers and seeing a lot of different things. But I can honestly say, this season I have thoroughly enjoyed, and it's I suppose in a lot of ways I got my mojo back this season.
I love it.
And I'd say that to Nate. I love coaching, but you see certain things in football, Rob, where it can weigh you down at times, you know, and it's very frustrating. But obviously, coming back last season, I could see the problems. Nathan told me the problems, you know, that had been occurring for year after year at the club and everything else. And I could see that when I first come in, and it was so frustrating for obviously the guys that were there. You know, Omer, who I come in with, I'm good friends with Omer, and he's a top guy, and obviously he was put in a position where it was just
Set up the fail.
exactly. So then obviously when Brian came in and I knew I was staying at the club, okay, let's go. And Brian immediately from day one set out exactly to the players and the staff exactly how we're going to do this. And that's how it's been throughout the season.
Because you didn't know, obviously, when there's a change of management, they have to bring in their own coaches. Or he brought in Lee Riley, didn't he? But
Yes.
sometimes they bring in their own goalkeeping
We
coach.
spoke about this one.
Yeah.
So how was that conversation? How did that come about for you? Staying?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, when the season ended, I didn't know whether I'd be staying or leaving, and there was no one at the club to tell me which way. You know, just that's the way it is. And obviously, I was on a bit of tender hooks, and just thinking, okay, so I need to make calls, and I had some interesting opportunities, perhaps, and I was offered a good job elsewhere. I won't say it was, but then Lee got in touch with me and said, "Listen, obviously, Brian." Barry Murphy's going to be the new manager. Wanted to have a conversation with him. I had a conversation with him that afternoon, and I thought, well, fantastic. I wanted to stay anyway, but
Yeah.
I love it. I love it down here. Love coming down here. Obviously, with what we did at those times, so nostalgic for me, and I've got such a special place. Still got friends here as well. Such a special place for myself and my wife. So I didn't want to leave. No chance. And obviously speaking to Brian, then I thought, yeah, I'm saying.
Wales, mate.
Yeah.
God's country.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
People
Well,
are
you don't
special,
have to
man.
tell me about
People are special.
how good. Yeah, they are.
You know what I mean? They are. Welsh people are
Yeah.
special.
No,
I say it
I
all the time.
Yeah.
Right? We just we have a sort of a different approach, I would say. Friendlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was struck on Saturday after the game Brian Barry Murphy, I was telling you, Nick, over the weekend, that he got on an advert. So there's 3,000 Cardiff fans just about there at the one end. There's about 100 people on the rest of the stadium. And he's on the advertising hoarding, and he's swinging a Cardiff scarf. And then he goes back into the crowd, into the players. And after that, he's almost pushing others to the front. Did you see that? He had pictures of his children, his wife, and etc. But it was almost withdrawing from it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, and I did notice that, Robert, actually, and I stood there and I was taking it all in, because I think you do the older you get, you just take. So I thought, I'm going to enjoy this. I was watching and watching different people, the players, the staff, because that's one thing it has been all-encompassing with this staff and everybody else. Everybody's got a part to play in this. Obviously, the players are the main players, of course, but everybody else as from the chef in the kitchen to other people at the club, everybody's a massive part of this, obviously this promotion and all. And then I seen what Brian was doing as well, and it was great. And all the lads were so, it was just, I really enjoyed it. Fantastic day.
Yeah. We've seen it come in, Nathan. I remember when people were talking about Craig Bellamy leading Wales, or not leading Wales, but being linked with Celtic. And you said, never mind that, never mind him, BBM for Celtic.
That's the one I'm
one
worried
day.
about. Yeah.
You give me your observations, Nate, and then we can hear from Gavin.
Of
Brian Barry Move. He's
listen,
almost been the face of this promotion.
Yeah, I can't say I know him as a mate long term or anything like that, friends, but we've spoken once or twice. So we've spoken once or twice, and my observation of him on the touchline and the way the team is playing and say all the time, Rob, it's about mentality. Right? You're looking at the Premier League now, and you're looking at, we could be playing Spurs next season. Spurs ain't where they are because they got crap players. Spurs are where they are because of the mentality of the club.
Yeah.
Right? And you can never take it from me, you can never let players run a dressing room. Players run the dressing room, but you can't let them run the club, sorry.
Yeah.
All right? Once they start to get over the manager's head, you're finished. What I've seen at Cardiff for the last 15 odd years, I would say, has just been an absolute roller coaster with 2 promotions in there, right? The first one under Markey, I say that's where the club went backwards and retreated, regressed into a sort of a defensive sort of club, the way they play. Cardiff's never, Rob, you've been watching before me.
Yeah.
It's never been the way. So when Brian came in, first of all, you sit and you want to observe, right? The first thing I noticed was, oh my God, they're actually playing some quality football, not decent football. They're playing some quality football. And hold on a minute, there's like 6 or 7 youngsters in here from the 21s. And they're playing, they all know what they're doing. This is actually really entertaining. It's brilliant to watch. They're scoring goals. And then you watch his reaction, and his reaction is, it's expected. Do you understand what I mean? It's not surprising, it's expected. That tells you you've been doing the work on the training ground, tells you your culture's good, tells you your players are in tune with your manager. And it just gelled, right? And what I'd say about him it's hard to speak on someone as a person, because
all we can judge is what we see.
What we see,
on the
but
pitch.
what we see and what I know and what I've spoke to him, his feet are well and truly on the ground.
Yeah. He's
Definitely like one of the lads in the dressing room, but you know the difference between the lad and the manager, right? So you, as a manager, you've got to be able to interact with your players. You've got to be able to banter, laugh and joke and take the mick out someone's trainers or someone's hair. You've got to be part of that as a manager. If you totally segregate yourself, it doesn't work. Like, it's no good just having, your number 2 as the person who, talks between player and manager. Your manager's you've got to be a father figure. I've said before, right? A psychologist, the brother figure, and you've got to be a bit of everything as a manager. And I think what he's been able to do is just that, and then bring football. And I think I give the club credit for putting him in position, and I think, and I hope, and I would say it's because they done their due diligence and know that he was.
They were different this time. They looked at different. We're a different approach.
So, but there's no guarantee of success.
No.
Right. So it's not like we're looking at him because of what he's done in the past. It's a totally roll of the dice. And I just hope that what they've done is some people had seen the way he plays and thought, this is what can. You and I know that didn't happen, right?
Yeah. So
this is the way he plays. But as a man and as a person and as a manager and as a coach and everything, mate, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't managing Champions League teams in the next 3 or 4 years.
So, Gav, without giving state secrets away, because obviously what happens in the dressing room stays there and on the training field as well. But what have you noticed about his approach? What makes him, like, he's totally different to Eddie May when you were promoted to Cardiff as a player. Couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
But what is it about him, and how does he compare with working for other managers as a player and coach?
Sorry, Gav. Can I just say, but Eddie was one of the lads.
Yes.
Wasn't he, Gav?
So you tell me, Gav, what is
he
he
was,
like?
he
I was
was
just
one
going
of
to
the,
say that.
yeah, he one of the lads.
His personality is.
Yeah, he looks like a bare knuckle fighter.
Yeah.
And there's not many people who mess with him. But he would tell you off.
Yes.
And he would frighten you into telling you off. But come on, my son.
Yeah.
He was he was a great bloke, mate. It's you got to understand the intricacies of an internal dressing room.
So you tell me, Gav, about Brian Barry Murphy. What is it about him? What's his character?
Well, firstly, like Nate's saying, any successful team, I don't care whether it's second division or National League or Champions League, whatever. That rapport, that's the word, I suppose, Nathan.
Yes,
yeah.
That rapport with the manager, head coach, whatever you want to call it, has to be there. And he has to be, like Nate said, he has to be a father figure, he has to be a manager, he has to be all these different things and put these hats on. And you can't be someone that you're not, if you get what I mean.
Yes.
And I think, I've seen that.
Authentic.
Exactly. You've got to be yourself. And to lead men, there's many different ways of doing it, And what Brian's different to what I've experienced before. He's like so genuine and like there's no side to Brian whatsoever. And he makes me chuckle, some of the things he comes out.
See what you get, like,
exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, like, he'll be saying to me about, Trotty, like, Trotty will be doing something on the pitch, and it's maybe not what he wants him to do with the ball at his feet or whatever, or play. And he'll turn to me and he'll say, Gav. Yeah, I agree, Brian. Because he doesn't like, that's the other thing with Brian, he doesn't like being called Gaffer. No.
Yes.
Brian.
Notice that everyone calls him Brian.
Everybody calls
Yeah.
him Brian.
I noticed that with Ruben Cole after the game.
Yeah.
Called him Brian, yeah.
Brian. So it's like, yeah, Brian, I agree. And he go, yeah. And that's just the way Brian is. He's infectious with people. And then after the game or the next day or something, he'll say to me, Gav, listen, I know you can't help what he's doing there because that's what. But I say, Brian, listen, football's football. You're engrossed in what you're doing. Listen, hey, don't worry about it. I'm fine. I know exactly.
So he's up there, is he, for the managers you've worked under?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Rob. I'd learned things this season that I didn't realise. But from my point of view, being a goalkeeper coach and what we do, and Nathan testament to this, because that's how we are as goalkeepers. We work hard day in, day out, and we are a bit different. Our grand
Yeah, I was going to say that different.
Definitely. But we work constantly on technique. So it's just autonomous,
All right.
So that, we don't do a lot in the games. Of course we don't. These guys do. They're running around and playing.
That's
when
harder.
when we have to do something, because you're concentrating on the ball, you can't think about thinking about this, that, the other. It's autonomous what you do. And I'm a great believer in the way I coach that if you've got a bad technique as a goalkeeper, sooner or later you'll get found out.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say now is relating to what Brian does and the other two coaches that he's got with him. And I've said this to them. on a few occasions. I said, the thing that really impresses me about you guys is, and I haven't really seen this to these details. The only one person I've seen do this was Billy Davis. You will practice what you're preaching. You will get the lads to practice what you are preaching day in, day out, day in, day out. And that could be a simple thing where it could be a technical issue with a fullback. It could be a simple pass from a fullback, anything like that. But then we talk about, patterns of play and what's going on the right side of the pitch, what's going on the left side of the pitch, what's going on in midfield. And the key is, it's very complicated to do this. And Nathan, again, agree with me on this. The beauty of it is to try and make it as simple as you can for the players. And that's the difficult part. And like I say, Brian practices with the player, gets the players to practice this religiously day in, day out. And after, we'll have separate sessions for different players where, they'll be just practicing, not for long, 10, 15, 20 minutes after the session, where they're practicing individual skills, techniques, what they need to do in a game. So it becomes autonomous. So I can relate to that being the goalkeeper coach, because that's what we do. And that's the biggest compliment I can pay to Brian and his staff for that, because often I've heard, and again, Nathan will say the same thing, you'll go in a game and a manager will say, I can't believe he's just, and I've heard this.
You never practice it.
Exactly.
You've never done it.
I'll have sat there after the game or the next day or two, and then we'll be going through the videos in the game.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's done that.
Yeah.
What's he doing there? What?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, yeah, but we don't practice that.
Yeah.
So the lad's just trying to do what he thinks right,
Yeah.
How often do you practice in Nathan Trott when he's got a centre forward bearing down on him, shows him one way and then nips away with you?
Well, these are things that, again, because of how Brian wants the goalkeepers to play with the ball at the feet, and it's a massive part of the game, has been for years now. I've learned, because how Brian wants it this way, and I suppose it is a little bit of the Edison way, if you like, Man City, where Edison would be in his goal, deep in his goal, near his line, middle of the goal. He didn't want goalkeepers coming out to the side to support that side, no, because he sees them as like an inverted pivot, an inverted six.
In their 18-yard box.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can link play as an inverted six, if you like.
Like an old sweeper.
That's it. So I had to then, okay, I get that, Brian. I get what you want the goalkeepers to do. So I've had to sort of transfer that to the keepers in what we do,
And
regularly do.
Brilliant.
And Trott has been great. Don't get me wrong.
He's been so I said the biggest compliment I could play Trotty is, whenever I've seen a centre forward go one-on-one with him, I expect him to say that.
Yeah.
I don't
He's made some really.
I don't expect him to get beat.
And he made some really big saves.
Huge.
At the end of the game.
Yeah.
To keep you in either nick a point away from home. I'm trying to think. Was it Wimbledon away? Stevenage away? Maybe. I can't remember which one. But a midweek game.
Rotherham.
Yeah.
It's been low.
Just makes big saves.
Do you know what I loved? It's the 11. Do you know what I mean? So if we're talking offensively, we got players who can do all sorts, right? Defensively, we got players who can do all sorts. And you think, oh, your final piece of the puzzle, like attacking, your final piece of the puzzle is the person who puts the ball in the net. Defending, the final piece of the puzzle is, okay, if I break the back line, what's my keeper like? And I would say he's been as good as anything I've seen at Cardiff, because, and that's credit to you, big man, and credit to him, and credit to the squad, the team, the management, because he, like I say, when I'm a commentator and I don't think, he's through, here we go. All right, here we go. I think, what was the game? I think it was Burton. Is it Burton we drew 2-2 away? Yeah? And the lad had the chance really late on and he saved it. And then the lad had another chance after that and he come out then. But I just don't expect him to get beat. But the only thing what I'd say is to the players now, up a level. Your training, your physique, what you do in the summer, make sure you're prepared better, stronger and harder personally to go into pre-season, because it gets harder. And if you win that, it gets harder again.
So last couple, Gav, because we got to move on to other clubs as well, but we
What are you talking about? We're talking Bluebirds. It's only Bluebirds.
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't go there. We talked about Nathan Trott. We should mention Joel Bagan made the EFL League One team of the season.
Yep.
Um,
Then Lawlor, Fishy.
he didn't make it.
No.
Listen, it did.
But what I would say is, and maybe this goes back to what you were saying, Gav, that how much detail goes into it. To me, the mark of a good coach is who makes players better. And the fact that Dylan Lawlor, Joel Colwell, Ronan Kapaki all made Wales debuts this season.
Yes.
Dylan Lawlor is a fixture now on that Wales team. Okay, he's got natural talent. But clearly, the coaching has made him a better player than he was at the start.
I think that, and I think it matters who the head coach is. Because I guarantee you, there are plenty of managers out there who look at Dylan and go, takes too many risks at the back.
Yeah, 100%.
Takes too many risks at the back.
Yeah.
Right? It takes a brave man to put him in and say, I'm playing you because of the way you play.
Yeah.
And if you want to play in my team, you've got to do exactly that. Those risks, those risky balls, those runs, everything.
Well, he gave a ball away against Chelsea, which cost.
Well,
a
you
goal.
always give the,
Yeah,
you always
he's
give the
done-
ball away. It's impossible not
and
to.
yet he scores a goal like Doncaster.
It's not impossible, but it takes a brave manager to give you the license to go.
Yeah,
that's your strength. Go and utilize it,
That's
right? Because there'll be plenty of managers who say, "You got to sit, you got to get it and give it." You know, I don't want to see you dribbling. I don't want you trying those passes through the set. They're too tricky. Give the ball away because. And what happens is you do it a few times, you get caught, or you give the ball away, and your confidence saps a bit, right, Gav? And then before you know it, you're on the bench, and the next thing you know, you're out of the squad. The next thing you know it, you're on loan at, I don't know, Merthyr Tidville, and you're out of the game. So it takes the manager's, and this is serious, it takes the manager's bravery to go, the way you play,
It's a
I
brave
love,
way they play.
in you come, play like that.
So, last one, Gav, on this championship next season. Looking forward to it because you've been there in the championship. You know what it's about. How much more does this? How much improvement is needed for next season?
How much?
No, I mean, listen, you know, we've got to take stock, and Brian will be taking stock, and he has been taking stock. Obviously, you know, although Brian said, "Listen, we're not celebrating anything," you know, he's got to be aware of what's going on. Obviously, the recruitment guys and everybody else. Yeah, look, I personally think, we need to add to what we've got. We need a little bit more potential experience, and to help, like Nate said, these youngsters come through, you know, just to have that bit of guidance maybe, you know, that at times will help them next season because, look, it is a big step up, I personally don't think the championship is as good as it has been. I really believe that. And speaking to other people who I know are in championship, they say the same thing. No, it's not. It's not what it was. So I think it's, you know, occasionally you'll get your Burnleys of last season who will just go and walk the league. Coventry, they've done a great job. Fantastic job they've done. But I think for us, listen, with the environment that Brian gives the players, and this is the key for me, and just adding to what Nathan said there about giving that license, if you like, players that license. This is how we play. Don't ever come off that because I'm telling you now, that's how I play. And if you make a mistake or whatever, don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. Just keep doing what you do. And day in, day out, that is the environment that we've got. And the lads I have never seen our lads in training or games be tentative about doing something that Brian wants them to do, whether that's a goalkeeper or the number 9. No problem. No, listen, just do what we know is right and what we ask, and we never deviate from that when we've got the ball, and also when we haven't got the ball. Because the work rate of the ball is unbelievable, and we train it day in, day out. I see it day in, day out, so it doesn't take me by surprise. And like I said, I've enjoyed the fact that I've sat there, watched this unbelievable football, safe in the knowledge that, listen, we'll get beat. Of course we will, because that's football. You can't win every game. And teams will score against you and what have you. But safe in the knowledge that, we've done what the manager wants them to do. And there's not been a game this season where we've lost and I've thought, we didn't try then, or it wasn't quite right. we've lost
Trying to do the right thing.
exactly,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it's just purely because we've
Love that.
maybe been a bit unlucky,
Mhm.
or the lads are.
Finishing up been great.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part of the game,
Yeah.
finishing.
And
Mhm.
So
you know, you talk about the championship. It is a step, but I was saying before last season, 9 clubs relegated in the seasons before that. Only 2 got back into the championship.
Mhm.
Only Birmingham did at the first attempt. 7 of them are still in the league.
Yeah.
Rotherham going down.
Yeah.
Plymouth and Plymouth, Reading, those
And then
like,
he is.
well, trying to get back.
Yeah.
Plymouth and Luton, sorry, and you know, Reading's still there as well. So yeah, it illustrates the
How difficult it
achievement.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly, we've got to mention here that former the Cardiff supporter Dai Hunt. I'm sure you were harangued by the late Dai Hunt as you walked into the ground when you were a player, Gavin. Also, now you're back as a coach. Nathan, I know you know, there's a lot of Cardiff fans will be upset that he passed away the weekend the club got promoted as well.
Yeah.
But just say a few words.
First and foremost, he knew his football. Right. He knew his football.
And I have a look at the Vox Pops, the interviews with fans I did for this podcast before Bosnia. He nailed it.
Yeah.
He said
Down to the
it'll go to, this is before the Bosnia game, he said it'll go to extra time and penalties. They've got a really good goalkeeper. We could lose this. And then he just added, because it wasn't about Cardiff, he said, oh, by the way, Cardiff need 2 more wins to go up. And they've had 2 wins since that Bosnia game.
and they've gone up.
And they've
So I always say, like, Dai would always ask me for a shirt, right? He's been asking me since I left Cardiff. And I've been saying to him, since I left Cardiff, I don't have a shirt. I don't have a Cardiff shirt, right? Actually, one of the fans brought me my old shirt the other day and I signed it. I noticed it was my old shirt, but I don't know how she got it. But as a guy, you got to know how to take and handle Dai, right? He's harmless, but because he's quite loud and can be forward and abrupt, I would think if you don't know him or you haven't been around the stadium, you would think, oh, like you might be a bit like sheepish and scared of him, right? It's knowing what type. He is a Cardiff fanatic, right?
super fan. I
He
think.
like he's beyond that. He's like he's been there since Gavin and I were playing
Exactly.
before us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Welsh games, Cardiff games, you go to the ground. We turn up early, sometimes 2 hours early as the press, right? He's there.
That's why he was the first one of my
He's
fans
there.
interviews.
He's there. He's there.
Yeah.
He's there. So what he like? I don't know if the club have said anything or released anything, but this is where the relationship between your club and your fan comes to fruition, right? Because the club should be honoring him in some way for what he's done. Listen, it's not cheap being a fan,
No.
right? It takes a lot of money, but I think you've seen the love amongst the Cardiff City faithful, and most of them say he done my head in, mind,
Yeah.
right?
That's exactly what they
He
say.
done my head in, but he's ours. Like he's a diehard,
Yeah.
and he's harmless.
Well-
He loves the team. He loves the managers. He just wants the best, and he's able to clock mind when this ain't gone. Like I remember him when the club went red, right? His eyes were red, basically, right?
Yeah.
With anger. So that's what I would say about the club. That's where there needs to be the connect, right? And I don't care if people from the club say, oh, Nathan Blake's having to go to the club. I'm not having to go to the club. If you can't take what's being said straight and it's honest, there's nothing I can do
Well,
about
all we can say is R.I.P. Dai Hunt. And
Absolutely.
obviously, we're thinking of his
Absolutely.
family and his
Yes,
many
yes.
friends.
it. Yeah. And the fans who will miss him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Bluebirds fans will miss him. I'm sure players, like I bet, like when I speak to Windy Miller and tell him, you know what I mean, he'll
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
what? Like, yeah. And the crazy thing was, I seen him on the Saturday against Bolton,
Yeah.
chatting, same thing, asked me for a shirt.
Yeah.
I said, I haven't got one, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
And Just
he will be
shows.
missed, that's for certain.
Absolutely, dearly remembered.
All in all, this isn't a Cardiff podcast, but we've got to mention this as well.
Promotion, though, isn't it?
It is promotion,
It's a
but
big deal.
also a double celebration for Cardiff at the weekend. The women won the Welsh Cup, Duke Energy
I
Welsh
missed
Cup.
the
for
game. I was going to go.
Fifth year in a row. They beat Swansea 5-4 on penalty.
3-0 down, by the way.
3-0 down. All right, I'm kind
Oh,
of that.
sorry.
Honestly.
Sorry.
You're listening to the Rob and Blakey Commentary Box podcast with interruptions by Nathan Blake.
Can't interrupt my own
He's
podcast.
loud and clear on his own
I
podcast.
can't interrupt on my own podcast. You just like to
So,
have control all the time.
They beat
Sometimes
the
I'm going to
Swans-
wrestle it away.
They beat the Swans 5-4. Chloe Chivers, Amy Deacon, and Maisie Miller put them Swansea 3 up at Ronnie Parade. I was 4 minutes in the second half. Amazing comeback. Fiona Barry, Shannon Evans scored 2 quick goals before Jessica Williams' late own goal. The game ended 3-all. Cardiff won the penalty shootout. Great day for the recently appointed Cardiff women's boss, Noah Bushby. So the last defeat they had in this competition was March 2019 against Abergavenny.
Abergavenny ain't got a
Gavin?
ladies.
Yeah, that's some.
They haven't got a ladies team anymore. I was at Abergavenny last night watching them play Cumbran Town.
So there we are. Anyway, well
Congrats
done
to
to
the
them.
women. Congrats.
Great
They've done
weekend.
fantastic.
What a weekend.
Fantastic.
What
Great week.
a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-0 down and winning the
And-
penalties. I love it.
Yeah.
We're
Especially against Swansea as
recording
well.
this-
Yeah. I wasn't going to mention that, Gavin. Because we've got a Swansea fan somewhere close.
We're recording this on Wednesday. No, there's something for everybody on this one. We're recording this on Wednesday after Wrexham put themselves right back in the championship playoff race. They beat Oxford with a Josh Windus goal on Tuesday night, took his tally to 5 in the last 6. And of course, one of those other goals came against Stoke on Saturday, where they beat 2-0 with the goal from George Thomason as well. So they are now inside the top 7 on goal difference from Hull City. Gav, I forgot you used to play at Wrexham, where 2008-9, 50-odd appearances.
Long time ago. Yeah.
Did you play? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were telling me under Brian Little.
Yes. Where was I? I was at Chester as a player.
That's
coach.
right.
Chester.
That's it. It was because
I was. Yeah.
not many go from Chester to Wrexham.
Well, I was there literally months.
Yeah.
Player coach really. And then Brian took charge of Wrexham. Things were going really, really poorly there, obviously, near the bottom of the second division. He just said, "Look, come on, son." I think that was the 5th time I'd been with Brian. Come on, son, do you fancy coming in? You know, coach keepers, but play. Yeah, why not? Of course, because he's my old gaffer. Of course I'll go with Brian. I love Brian to bits. And he was close to me. I just lived just outside Shrewsbury anyway, so it was only just up the road, really. So yeah, went. And obviously knew what Wrexham was all about from our time, playing against Wrexham and what have you. So a fantastic club. Wrexham's a great club. Went there and things weren't great, it just was what it was. Brian couldn't save the club, and we went down. And then that's when Dino come in, Dean Saunders. Great lad, Dean. Dean's great. Oh wow,
He should be in the dressing room, right?
Oh, he's great.
I would say, I don't know about his management style because I've never seen him, man. In the dressing room, he is one of the best.
Oh, he's good. Dino's
He is a
great.
delight. His personality. It's just, you don't stop laughing with him.
No.
Everything's Mickey take.
Yeah. So a good friend of mine, Brian Carey, who'd been at Wrexham for loads of. He played in the famous Arsenal game with Mickey Thomas, scoring the free kick. So I knew Brian. I played with Brian at Leicester, and I knew Brian was there. So I thought, yeah, real good friends, me and Brian. So it was great for me to go, to go there with these people again, and we had some good characters in the dressing room, but it just wasn't right. There was something not quite right, and look, they went down to the national conference, the Blue Square Conference, I think it was called at the time.
Yeah.
Never for 1 minute did I think that Wrexham would be there for that length of time. It just shows you how hard it is getting out there, Nate, isn't it? Where you've got one team, they'll get out of it. I mean, it's like this year at the moment. You've got Rochdale and York.
Yeah.
They've scored. They've got that many points. It's
Total,
ridiculous.
mate.
But
Only one.
someone's going to not go off and be on about 100 odd points.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
so
ridiculous. What do you make of their fantastic rise, though, Wrexham?
No.
What does football make of it, Gav? Because we're part of it here in Wales.
Yeah.
outside of Wales, what do football people make of Wrexham's runs?
Well, I did before we played Wrexham early on in the season in the cup. I had a call off. I can't remember the guy's now. You might. I can't remember his name. He BBC North up there, and he just called me out of the blue and said, "Will you do an interview before the game? Because you play for both clubs."
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. That's my memory for you. That's too many bangs on the head, Nathan. Yeah,
too much tequila.
So yeah. Lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
you
guy's
do this
gone.
interview.
Yeah. So we were talking about the Wrexham.
That was when you get past
The bus will be there.
Don't worry. Hey, don't worry about that. I'm halfway there. So we were talking about obviously Wrexham, and I was asking him more than he was asking me questions because I was inquisitive to find out. Okay, so come on, what's been going on? I know of people that have been employed at the club. He's Sean Harvey, who when I was a player at Bradford, he was a secretary at Bradford. Great guy, Sean, and obviously he went with the Football League then for years. And Fleur that had been at Burton when I was there with Jimmy Floyd, and we had great times at Burton there, and the rise of Burton. She was basically employed to do the job that she did, and she was great at what she did, Fleur. So the way I thought, okay, so what these guys are doing, obviously the famous Rob, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, they're putting the right people in the right jobs.
Square peg in the square hole.
Exactly. Now.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, wow, okay, that you've got a chance when you do that, Rob, off the pitch. It's one thing doing it on the pitch and signing the right players, of course, but the infrastructure's if they're going to go to where they want to go to, the infrastructure's got to be right.
Yeah.
And I think, again, speaking to people at the club when we went and played that game, behind the scenes, they were saying we're still trying to catch up because it's been that quick of a rise from Conference National to to the Championship. The club's still trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And I know a couple of lads. I know the goalkeeper coach well, Aidan Davison, and I know one of the we know Aidan. We know Aidan. Proper lad, good football person, a good coach. And I know Callum Burton well, who's one of the keepers, because I had him at Shrewsbury as a youngster, and he was telling me about, it's great water, but we haven't got the train. We need to buy the training ground now. We're still getting changed at the ground and then going to the training ground.
Well, the ground's not even done.
No, exactly.
Right.
It's still. But when I was there, I can't think what it's called now. The training ground, Colliers Park. They owned it then. They owned the ground then, the training ground, which was great, good facilities at that time. But then they sold it to the university, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So they rent it now off the university. So they just can't catch up quick enough.
But get that back.
But what they have got,
something back.
Yes.
whatever they're catching up with, what they have got is a manager who just a serial promotion getter.
What can you say, Rob? What can you
But
say?
it's like anything. I think what Gav's saying is the structure of the top level goes down because the manager's down next to the team, right?
Yeah, but he's got something, Nate.
Oh, listen, I'm not.
He's got something. Like we were talking about BBM at Cardiff.
It's not.
This guy has got. Everybody doubts him every time he goes up.
Yes.
They doubt him every
It's true.
season.
Yeah, this isn't about Parkinson.
No,
I'm
I know
saying
what
I'm
you're
saying is I know what Phil Parkinson
Yeah.
has done and what he's got.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the point Gavin was making about the infrastructure that
Yeah.
sits above. I always say if it's crap or a bit of a nightmare, eventually you'll go down.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
And what I would say is I hope infrastructure now, going back to Cardiff, is where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because to succeed in the game is so tough, mate. You know what I mean? You got players who play 20 years and don't get out 20 years.
So we're looking at the top 7 now. Borough are playing this evening, so you'll know that they've got Sheffield Wednesday.
That's right.
On Wednesday evening. They got Watford home, Wrexham away. Wrexham have got Coventry away on Sunday, and then that game against Borough on the last day. They're Borough on 73 points before Wednesday night's game. Southampton are on 76. Hull are on 70 points, like Wrexham, with a slightly worse goal difference.
No team.
They got Charlton away and Norwich. And Derby are on 66 points, still very much outsiders. Yeah. They got QPR away and Sheffield United home. If they get a playoffs, all better off, aren't they, Cal?
Paul Crikey, I mean, like I say, that just typifies for me, like we've just talked about Wrexham now. If you do things the right way, if you do things,
It's not luck.
no, it's not luck, Nate. You're right. And don't get me wrong, the meteoric rise they've had is like a fairy tale. It is really, because if they did that in 6, 7, 8 years, you'd go, "Ah, it's fantastic." But they've done it constantly,
back to back. Yeah.
Well, look what Luton done.
Yeah,
recently.
yeah,
And
yeah.
now look where they are.
exactly. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And that's not, I don't know how things are at Luton, but to go up is difficult. So them doing what they've done, getting to the championship from the National League, listen, even if, I thought they'd be in the playoffs, but even if they
You did say playoffs before
even
the
if
season
they
started, didn't
settle
you?
in that 8-9 position in the league, what it gives you, and it gives Parkinson and the players, there'll be changes amongst the players, but the core of what they've done, they know what they need to do next season, which is so important. Right?
Yeah.
So, all the best, Wrexham.
Yeah.
Definitely for the weekend.
All
Huge.
the best. Absolutely.
It's just brilliant that
Absolutely.
they're in the fight.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic
yeah.
story, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's a fantastic
And
story.
especially with their FA Cup run, which I thought took
Yeah.
a bit out of their legs.
Yes.
But still, it was great that you're playing the likes of Chelsea for the story of Wrexham and, everything brilliant. But I thought that is what's going to end up,
And I
cutting
don't
them
know
a
if
bit.
you've seen it, but Rolf Henny has offered to pay for all the Coventry players to go on a big holiday before Sunday. So good on him.
Send
for
the
that.
brandy down.
Yeah.
Send the brandy down.
We should also say Callum Doyle, their centre-back, England under-21 defender, joined from Man City as part of the Championship team of the season with the EFL. He's won promotion with Sunderland and was part of Leicester's second-tier winning campaign under Maresca. So good on him. Swansea also have 2 players in that team of the year. Josh Tymon, the left-back, and, of course, the Championship's top goal scorer, Jan Vipotnik. We've spoken loads about Vipotnik, but fair play to Tymon, the left-back. His delivery into the box is superb. And he's also scored the goal of the season, a volley from the edge of the box against Oxford. Good on him. Goal-scoring left-back.
Yeah. Well, it just shows you, doesn't it? I mean,
Don't get many of them, do you?
no, you don't. No,
Damon
that's for
Sill.
sure.
No, snake it.
That's it.
So they are 10th at the moment, going into tonight's games. We'll see where they go.
Oh, Swansea.
Yeah.
Swansea, though, like we say, they just need the most difficult part of the game. We've said last week is putting the ball in there. The test is going to be what they do now to support Vipotnik.
Yeah.
How do they look next season? Are they going to have? Is having a go at it? There's having a proper go at it, right? Because I tell you, there's going to be some stronger teams in that team. Norwich, if they don't make it, they're going to be strong. Whoever doesn't go up in the playoffs, they're going to be strong. Southampton are not guaranteed to go up. They could go automatic. They could go to the playoffs. They could lose out. It's gonna be a good league next season.
But whatever you say, because they lost to Southampton on Saturday, they were bounced back with the winner,
2 wins.
Queen's Park Rangers.
Oh, Swansea, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo scored early,
Mhm.
and then Vipotnik got a late penalty.
Yeah. Well, it'll be tough trying to keep hold of him.
Yeah, well, that's
'Cause
what I
look, I
said.
mean-
I said, right, because when you get, he's just signed a new contract.
But
That's the right, Gav.
yeah,
It's the biggest red herring ever,
right,
right?
of course
It's
it is.
like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
go, oh, he signed a new contract, so he's here for 3 years. No, the club, no, someone's coming in for him. So what we've done is get him for signing a contract. Instead of 15 million you're going to offer, offers 25.
Hey, are you going to say, Gab, 22 goals
It's
in
brilliant.
the Championship in
Well,
a team that hasn't
brilliant.
been pushing for promotion?
brilliant.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is, and this is the way I see it as well. I spoke to other people about this. The number 9 was sat by a very, very good one here, by the way, who scored a lot of goals, and he will testify to this.
Thanks, Gab.
Is a rarity. It's a rarity
because
everybody's been producing your little number 8s, your little false, your little 10s.
False 9.
Everybody's forgot about the number 9. Now, I don't care who you are in the game. You need that focal point at some point in the game. We've got one at Cardiff with Salah.
Yeah.
Right now, we've missed Big Yusuf, and Amari's done fantastic, and we've sort of modified the game a little bit how we play with the false 9, if you want to call it.
Yes.
And we've done great.
Yes.
But we have missed Yusuf. There's no doubt
You're
about
built
it.
for a number 9. You're built with it in
Exactly.
mind. But
Exactly.
you're able to adapt without him.
Well-
With someone, because Kellerman,
Yeah, good player. Good player. Good player.
mate, I just hope he stays at Cardiff.
Yes.
He's such a good player.
Yeah.
But he can play midfield, 8 box to box, 10, false 9.
But you're talking big number 9. So if you look at Cardiff, Swansea, and Wrexham, interesting. I was watching Wrexham last night
Yeah.
against Oxford. 20 minutes ago, they put on Lewis O'Brien, former Swansea midfield player, he's a bundle of energy,
Yeah, good
a
player.
big Kiefer Moore.
Yes.
So you're looking at Wrexham with Kiefer Moore,
Yeah.
Cardiff with Salek, and Swansea.
And
with
they're all
the
going to
hot
play
shot
each other
with
next
Vipotnik.
season.
Well, hey, that's assuming Wrexham don't get up.
Listen, I don't think Wrexham will go up. I think there'll be a bridge too far. in
I'm
the
not writing them
playoffs,
off yet.
Well, that's just an opinion. I don't think they will go. I think they'll get to I think they're just about scraping the playoffs, right? It should be wonderful. I don't think they'll go up. And really and truly, I want them to, but I don't want them to. Because the selfish part of me wants to see those 3 Welsh clubs in the championship.
Yeah.
And how good would it be if
derbies.
how good would 3 of them were in the top 6?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If Swansea build around Vipotnik and a couple of other players, Cardiff go and get a level of experience which is even better than what they got, because they got great youngsters, and Wrexham do what they do and strengthen. Imagine top 6,
Oh, it'd
3
be
Welsh
fantastic.
clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
Really?
hold on to that.
That's
thought.
what I'm
It's
looking at.
it's achievable, that isn't it? Yeah,
it's
definitely,
realistic, right?
definitely.
And before we
Definitely.
leave Swansea, Cab, it's broken today that Martin Margetson is going after this season, leaving. Still the Wales coach, has been England coach, has been Cardiff coach. He's been around
Great
miles.
under 21 player as
But-
well. Wales.
I mean, I'd expect you to say goalkeeping coaches are often underrated, but he has been part of some successful sides.
Yeah, I mean, Marge, I'm good friends with Marge. We've kept in touch for a long time. Marge has had a fantastic, stellar coaching career. Obviously, to coach at the highest level he did with England, seeing what he's done with obviously Gareth Southgate's teams. Yeah, he's been there and done it, and fair play to Marge. You know what I mean? I think that's what we will aspire to. But the one thing I will say about Marge is Marge. He is what he is. And primarily, he's a very, very top, very, very good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
The work he does is top. And
Why don't they let him go then? Also,
Well, we don't.
Have you-
Jesse is leaving
have you
after
done your research?
5 years.
Have you
No,
done
no
your
reason.
research? No research behind
It's
the
only
why?
just happened, like minutes before this podcast started. Nick.
he's got a bad knee, Marge, and he's probably knees. He just thought,
Well, he's
I'll
not
have to
going
ask
to be
him.
short
I'll
of
have to
any.
ask
He's not going to be short of any invites, is he?
no,
Martin?
certainly
Lad,
not.
man.
And he's
Certainly
continuing
not.
with Wales as well.
Yes, which is key.
Yeah.
And he'll always
is
have
key.
Euro 2016.
Yeah,
You what?
He'll always have Euro 2016 as well.
exactly.
Right, we got to talk about it very quickly. Newport, battle for survival. I thought it was going from when Barrow lost at home to Walsall on Saturday 3-1 in the lunchtime game. Then Newport lose at Cheltenham, and then it got worse because Cheltenham, Tranmere did what County couldn't on Tuesday night. They won 3-1 at Cheltenham. So with 2 games to go, Harrogate bottom, 36 points. Barrow still in the drop zone, 36 points. Newport just outside, skin in their teeth, 37 points. Crawley, 38 points. I think Tranmere now probably out of it with their win at Cheltenham.
That was on 40.
Newport have got Oldham and Barrow away on the last game.
It's going down on the last thing. We've been saying it for weeks, Rod. I've done the Cheltenham game. And what I'd say is, I said to Gavin on the way here, I remember like Jimmy Goodfellow and Cardiff from Len Ashes when I first going first team. And they would say to me, like, don't wait for it to happen. You got to make it happen. What I'd say about Newport is they keep waiting for someone else to turn up and get them out of the.
Well, it's down to them
Do you know
now.
what I mean? No, they know it's down to them. What I'm saying is someone has got to come out of the shadow and be the man. Right?
And
So
Oldham home
Camworth,
on Saturday, you'd
so-
like to think.
Well,
is-
Camworth scored a the winner a couple of weeks ago. And he's not playing then Saturday. But if someone said to me, I say, well, he's not consistent enough to be first choice. There isn't really a first choice. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's actually done it where you think, like, Delaney's done really well since coming in. Baker does well at the back. And they've conceded too many goals. But then you say, well, what's in front of them? And then what's in front of them? And this, I get so frustrated watching Newport because they've got Christian Fuchs as the manager, and then he's got 2 or 3 coaching staff behind them. And it was the same on Dave Hughes. There's players doing things that you can coach them to stop doing and make them better. Whether it's fullbacks, whether it's centre-backs, whether it's centre-mids, whether it's centre-forwards or wide men. You can coach them to do. Gavin was talking earlier about Cardiff and patterns, and they just know what they're doing. And even if they lose, they still do what they say. I don't think Newport, I haven't seen that in Newport. All right? So the frustration for me is if you, attention to detail becomes even bigger if you know we can't pay the big wage. The person coming in, and the players got to understand, listen, you're going to have to concentrate at the level you've never been asked to before. Because if you don't, we're going to be struggling.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do
Right?
understand.
And if they're not, like, I don't fancy them to go to Barrow last game of the season.
Yeah, tough one.
It's a long journey, tough place to go. And what did we say the other day? Barrow are having it, Ria. They're having a fight. And at their home ground with their fans, knowing this is the difference between staying up and going down. It's a Newport got it to do, mate.
And I
got it
thought
to
what
do.
you said earlier, Gav, about Wrexham, you said, I never thought they'd be outside the league as long as they were. And with Newport, difficult to see a way back.
There's not many David Handos about left.
No.
And you look at teams that are in the conference now.
Yeah.
And, like teams like we played against York. How long have York been there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Memorable.
Rochdale.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ex-league
Yeah.
clubs.
Oh,
Yeah.
some good
Yeah.
clubs.
Well, Oldham are in League Two, and I played against them in the Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah. So, listen, best of luck, County.
Yeah.
You got to do it, man. They got to
gotta
get 3
find something.
points. They got to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
was it the first of the 2 games? Or
Oldham home
Oldham.
Saturday.
they listen. That's a no-brain 3-pointer. It doesn't matter if you have to bite someone's ankle. You have to do whatever it takes to win that game.
Yeah.
It's all on you.
Yeah.
Do it,
Right.
like, you don't want a red card for biting someone's ankle.
Without the referee
That's-
seeing, of
no.
course.
All right, okay.
Yeah. That's what you used to do to me.
National League North. That's just terrible. National League North, Merthyr are finally outside the top 7. It's been happening for a few weeks now. They dropped out with the 2 undefeated Scarborough. Took the lead through Cameron Cox.
What a way to go. What a way.
So they're now 8th, and I have to go to the leaders filed on Saturday, who need a win to be certain of the title.
It's like Merthyr, if you can get that win. You can't be in the playoff all season, right?
And then slip out.
And then the last game, penultimate and last game.
Although a bit like Wrexham, if they did slip out now, it would be devastating because of where they've been. Oh, what an achievement to be there in their first season at that level with probably one of the lower wage structures
Yeah, I'd imagine again.
in
It's,
that division.
Rob, that league you see, again, we talk about the National Conference. Yeah, we all know that. Even that league's tough. Remember when I started coaching, I was at Gainsborough as a assistant manager,
Gainsborough United.
goalkeeper coach, still playing. Again, guess who was with?
Making a tea.
Yeah, making a tea, driving the van. Brian Littleton.
Yeah.
But it was like, what an experience as a young coach it was for me.
Yeah.
Gainsborough. And I tell you what, because it was in that league as well, Fleetwood. Mickey Mellon was the manager of Fleetwood.
Yeah.
But what a tough league. I know all about that league. I know all about
Well,
And the North-South.
if you look
below
at the
it.
teams around Merthyr, right? 5th, Scarborough.
Yeah.
Ex-Players used to go there.
Yeah.
Sixth.
That dodgy blue and yellow
That's
tracksuit,
it.
remember?
That's it.
Yeah.
McCain Stadium.
Yeah.
Stadium, yeah.
And the Scarborough people driving past go, what you got on?
2 points
Oh,
above
that checks
Merthyr. On level points with Scarborough, Chester.
Yeah.
One of your own
There you
clubs.
go. Another team.
Um,
Green team.
Buxton level on points with Merthyr.
And they're full time. I know
And
Charlie's
Darlington
there.
a point behind Merthyr.
Darlington.
Never going there, losing on
Yeah.
Disney.
So it says everything, doesn't it? Right. So keep an eye out for those games on the weekend. We've got to talk about the JD Premier League because they've got loads still to get to. And we're running out of time. Bala out of the top level of Welsh domestic football the first time in 17 years.
Relegated.
They got relegated. The survival battle was between Flint Town and Bala. Bala were playing Britain Ferry, Lansall. Flint Town met Cardiff Met. In the end, Bala were beaten 2-1 at home by Britain Ferry. And Flint, despite having 2 men sent off in the last 10 minutes, drew 2-2 to stay up. So this is how the Welsh Dragon on X wrote it. 79 minutes. Ben Hughes scores for Flint. Bala are down. 81 minutes. Flint red card. Harry Owen sent off. 83 minutes. Cardiff Met score through Chris Craven to make it 2-2. Flint are down. 88th minute. Flint reduced to 9. Goal scorer Hughes is sent off. 89th minute. Bala leading 1-0 thanks to Jacob Tarasenko, but Britain Ferry scored twice through Ricky Lee Owen and Sam Snake to win 2-1, and Bala are relegated. That is the last 10 minutes.
Sounds like when I was at Sheffield United and Wally Downs is going, it's okay. 2 minutes, it's okay. Mark Steen scores. No, it's still okay. Don't worry, just sit, man. We walk off the pitch, get in the dressing room. Harry comes in after about 2 minutes, but yeah, we're down. Like, what? Everton score. Yeah. Sagers. Dived over them.
Well, I know Hans well as well, by the way. I was on the coaching course with Hans a couple of years ago.
He's like, Sagers. Dived over the ball.
Crikey, was
Yeah, I remember. Graham Stewart bobbled it.
That's right.
Yeah, I never forget it. It was like, games will stick in your head, but the moments do.
Yeah.
And I never forget walking off the pitch and like Nobby and Shaw, but Wally had been saying, you're all right, that literally 2 minutes before. And you go in, Harry's gone, got it coming, you're down.
Contrast that with the Cardiff players Saturday who see the crowd go berserk with about 4 minutes to go. And they know that Exeter have scored. And there we are. Trevelyan, they won the Cymru South title, a 5-0 win against Newport City, thanks partly to a Luke Bowen hat-trick, so well done, Luke. Cambrian and Ammanford will go up with them. They pipped Caerphilly, did Ammanford, to the 3rd spot with a comeback 2-1 win at Cumbria and Celtic. Congratulations to Llandudno, they won the Cymru North. They'll go up with Airbus and Hollywell. And we now know the 16 teams in next season's Premier. I haven't got time to go through there, but they know themselves. And we also know that in the Premier European playoff semi-finals, Colwyn Bay will meet Penabont in the first semi-finals this Saturday, 12:45. And then the following day, Barry Tell will host Hampstead West in the other semi at Jenner Park. The highest ranked semi-final winner will play the lowest rank in the final on May the 2nd.
Where'd they say what?
Well, whoever wins, isn't it? Whoever the highest from the semi-final. Keep up. Wales women. See, Gav, it's not just goalkeepers. Who suffer?
It's the stitches in the ball.
Yeah.
Wales women complete the double over Albania. They followed up last week's 4-0 win over the same team with a 1-0 win away. Rhiannon Roberts scored again, Nate. Prolific. Goal for the second game. And Sophie Ingo's 150th international. Fair flag.
Hey, that's some doing, by the way.
Chapo.
Wow.
Rhiannon.
Wow.
You're the senior spot.
Don't come on the podcast.
Don't ask, you don't get. That's what my mum used to say.
The invitation.
Don't ask, Nate, you don't get.
Yeah.
So they're still second behind Czech Republic, who are on the same number of points, but ahead on goal difference after they beat Montenegro 4-1. And last, but by very no means least, because yesterday this podcast heard about Jess Fishlock announcing she's retiring at the end of the season in November. Isn't it, Snape? We've had Jess on. She was our first guest. What do you call her? What do you call Jess? What's your nickname for Jess? Bailey's Supermanus. It's Jess. See, he's lost that as well. You got a nickname for her. You say
Wonderwoman.
Yeah, Wonderwoman. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's playing at Seattle Reign. Has been since 2013. She's the only member of the original squad
She's a phenom.
219 appearances so far. The National Women's Soccer League in America said she had one of the most iconic careers in club and league history.
I'm telling you.
3 championship appearances, most valuable player in 2021. And this is one of the best. One of the administrators says she's not only one of the best players in NSW history, but one of the most influential players our game has seen.
Absolutely.
48 goals for Wales, 166
Yes.
appearances.
Yes.
Fantastic.
What a career. What a
Yeah.
career. Ray.
Global super.
Yeah. Fair play.
So we've got to get Jess on before she retires in November. I'll leave that to you, Nick. I saw the Gavin. With a little help of you. Well, he did approach me first on the pitch on Saturday. Gavin, it's been an absolute joy to have you here.
No,
Thank
it's
you
been
very
a-
much.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Pass on our congratulations. We hope Wrexham can follow suit. And then you'll have a double. I know it was a long time ago. We probably don't remember too much about it, but actually you've been brilliant today, Gavin.
You just keep insulting our guests, why don't you?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay now. If we've got thick skin. We've got thick skin, haven't we?
I
When
always
the
gave him-
cameras are off, we'll hang it from the ceiling, right?
I always gave him good marks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
story. I
Right,
remember
yeah,
that.
See, you just
The South
took that
Wales
again.
Echo, I remember that.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
What?
2, 3.
What?
Yeah,
but in
See, watching
spite
the
of
same
Gavin,
go.
look, you were the inspiration, which
I
was the
sh-
14-game unbeaten run, which took Cardiff up that season. Right, we
I
got
should have let Damon Sword do it. He's going to beat me. Yeah?
Gavin Ward, thank you so much, Nathan Blake.
Thanks, Rob.
Joy as ever.
Thanks, Nate.
And
Been a
do
pleasure.
hope you've enjoyed it, whether you listened or watched. This has been the Rob and Blakey Commentary Box podcast. We've been loud and clear on Welsh football. See you next week.
Bluebirds.